But of course, if Flipside win that pistol round, and they put LGB in a horrible place, economically speaking, then if you produce Cerise, you're expecting a really, really dominant T half from Flipside. So,
yeah, I mean, even last time we saw LGB take the pistol, but Flipside control the economy so well because they were able to go for that forced buy in round 2. They were able to surprise them, pick up that AK, and then just absolutely demolish LGB, put them in a terrible place, and then they were always playing catch up.
it's true, and we have an A retake play from LGB, so a standard true and trusted opening, very safe, and it's something that is always possible. And what did it really? He's crab walking with the Julies, trying to pick a PRB, and he almost did it as well. He actually won that exchange for the Julies. What is going on?
The Jewel Bradders. Go on.
I'm sorry, I've seen quite a few players try to make it their thing, but no one succeeded. Get Right tried, MBK tried.
Now it's the time of Wild Edit. Bondik, he's going to pop out of a pump here, however. Does get the headshot onto Mystic in CT. Flipside Wild Edit gets the headshot. He's going to look for more here with these Julies. He has 24 bullets left.
Oh dear.
Pretty sure this is the Negev of the Pistol World.
Oh dear. What are they actually going to back away a little bit and keep the shenanigans alive? But his teammates need some support right now. It's going to be Bondik stuck on the Palace area. He's going to come in the side, take down Polly. Oh, the Julies coming in. He's going to get another kill. What are they with 3 on the Julies? Might have to make that 4 now as Jacob takes down one more player in Bondik. And what is playing this safe and slow? He will go down, but there's no time for the defuse. And what are it with the Julies is actually going to make it a 1 round for Flipside.
Is that his thing yet then? Is that Wild Edit's thing?
I don't know, man. The Julies are a beast that no one can tame.
Yeah. So, Markelov now picking up that Galil, going for the 2 rifle setup. We have one MP7, 2 MP7, make that a second Galil as well. Sacrificing those nades for that added bit of firepower here, whereas LGB have picked up 2 scouts, 2 CZs and a 5.7. Really want to use these rifles. Already see Holly here just jumping up and down, trying to get the headshot onto Blade. Blade has spotted it out though. They're just going to throw the nade in. Tag Blade, however, Wild Edit though gets a very nice clean headshot. Blade did fall. So that's a 1-for-1 trade here with PRB, trying to provide some support now to defend this site. He now gets joined by his teammate Rubino.
This is a really hard retake. They have to be fast, but the smoke's already down. So if Flipside are positioned well here, there should be no problem to hold this. And indeed, they're holding on quite well at the moment. 3-2, just 1 at 5.7. The lefty will go down promptly, presently, and a grenade to help things as well.
There's the Bondik down to 4 HP. Not able to find that frag though. Markelov will finish things off as Flipside were able to salvage all the rifles they had. LGB now going to be on a full-on eco, maybe a P250 here or there. But apart from that, it is going to be very clean. Flipside could just go for one of their solid executes. Very few smokes, very few flashes, and just rely on their aim to flush out the sites, because LGB, with these USPs, they're not going to provide too much resistance. However, they are going to boost a player up on B site.
It's going to be a mid-take here from Flipside. And 3 players towards B for LGB, so looking to get some extra damage done. But Flipside at the moment looking at a very dominant opening. And LGB with that poor economy. A lot of pressure will fall into the round that follows this to actually claim it and immediately get that economy established. But there it is, quick trade there going in, so that's going to enable them to actually go into B if they really want to. There's actually so many options still available for Flipside. They have so much map control. They need to work out if there is a stack somewhere. They've, I think, worked out there's 2 pistols around this A area, but there's a frag in, so that's going to mean they can move forwards. Bondik picks up 1 in CPL, so slowly but surely they are cleaning out the infection of the CTs on Mirage.
Yep, and it's just Jacob left now. P250 in hand, boosted up. He's not going to have anyone coming his way. He's a lone player. Looking in there, all by himself.
So not much really for him to accomplish here. I mean, he can save the PD50. Yeah, to be honest, it's actually in some spots quite smart, because you don't give the kill bonus money, although it would be quite an easy 300 at this point, as there's no SMGs in play. So he's going to go, he can get a frag on range against the rifles. Would not advise this. Don't do this at home, kids. On range against rifles when you have a pistol, not usually effective. 3 against 0 now as Flipside are up against the 5 LGB, and we will see a full rifle setup here from LGB now. They need to make this happen. It has to happen now. They gotta. I mean, if it gets to that point where they lose this, they eco again, and it's down to like round 6, and Flipside already have 5, then things start to get really bad.
Yep, Simple though, he has picked up this AWP.
Mid-aggression,
Yeah, a lot of it. In fact, as LGB just fall straight back out through connector. And one of their players rotates off towards B. Showed a lot of aggression towards mid, then fell back. Polly, however, smoked away from window. Mystic just happy to sit on stairs, looking towards Palace for now. WorldEdit so scared to peek out towards mid because of the early aggression.
Yeah, I think they were initially thinking about the A execute, in fact, and well, it's actually going to be still possible here as they can get themselves into connector, but they need to be able to smoke off the CPL area. They still have 4 smokes to play with, so smoke or CPL, smoke or short, get themselves into connector, or deep smoke on connector can also work to get yourself connector control, and then build into that 3-pronged or 4-pronged attack into A. That seems to be what they want at the moment. And LGB have not lost a single player, but they've got no grenades left. So Flipside have done that well at least.
Yeah, they certainly have. They have quite a few left on their own side though. Markelov looking like he wants to just push on it here. He's made a lot of noise here. Mystic should know where he is. Polly will throw a flashbang out towards mid. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Simple note. Gets the headshot onto Rubino. We're now back to a 3 versus 3. And where is the bomb? Nowhere on site just yet. In fact, it is now down. Blade, he falls to PRB. Make that bonding going down as well. It's just Simple left with this AWP. He's picked up the bomb, but he's surrounded. LGB pick up their first CT round here. It looks like we're going to be paused.
Yeah, making that one a little bit complicated, Flipsides, as we go into this pause. So it will only be a brief 150 seconds, so just enough for you guys to run to the bathroom if you need to do that. And I would advise you do them promptly. But otherwise, we got Flipside here, so they're going to be back on another buy, and I wonder if they're just going to go for an execute, something like that, just to test LGB and see whether LGB can hold something like that, or if they'll go for the picking as well, because it really depends on where they see their advantages against LGB. If they don't see that there is a clear advantage, if they're like, okay, we're not sure that we can necessarily outskill them consistently on the long range duels, on the picks on mid and stuff like that, then an execute is a good way to try to mix it up. If that's not working out, then I think this is a team that can do really, really well on the mid takes and build that mid control, either take over the ladder room, take over connector, take over CPL or short. These are all options if you have rehearsal and know where to place the smokes and how to team play and coordinate together, how to flash together, then that should go Flipside's way. So it's going to be a test of whether they have that in the repertoire. And looks like the A execute is what we will see to begin with.
Yeah, they're going to send 2 players towards Palace here. There's 2 just hanging back, looking like they want to set some smokes up here. As now they come raining in, Polly has to rotate straight out of there. Rubino, he's the only man on the site that actually has vision. They did smoke out CT, I believe, so there's 2 players in CT. Only now is that smoke going to start blooming. One player has been jumped up. That was Polly. He's now down, however. So we're 4 versus 3, where Flipside have the man advantage here. Jacob, though, not finding that one. That nade went straight towards Tetris. Did a lot of damage to Simple. That's Barklov down as well. 2 versus 3. LGB, they've got 2 frags for free here. They just need to get in and get this bomb defused.
Yeah, and the smoke, very timely smoke there on the pit. That's going to make WorldEdit's task nigh on impossible. That's going to come up for the frag, and he won't be able to make it happen this time. And it's going to be Flipside losing the round, defuse in for LGB, but they did get the bomb money. So they've lost 2 in a row now, so that's 1900 plus the 800 for the bomb. So 2700 there for them. In this round, you can see that's going to put them in a situation where they only need to save now. One more time, what they could actually do, because they'll get 2400 this round, is actually buy the 2k, and they could have actually got some Tech 9s, some nades and stuff, and tried like a light execute on like B or something like that. That would be a pretty open option. But they decided to actually go for a full save, more or less, quite close to that, Simple with a Deegan armor. So we'll have to see what they can get done here, but it's going to be WorldEdit losing his life immediately.
Yeah, Mystic going to be picking that one up to start things off, then fell straight back. Markelov can't get the trade frag here, however. Mystic now playing back on towards stairs with an AK in hand. Blade has the bomb rotating all the way through to one right now as Mystic gets the second frag towards underpass and does the exact same routine. Falls back towards stairs. There is a player behind him, however, that was Marklov. This time he's able to get the trade frag, but PRB comes straight in and drops that flip side player, meaning it's just Blade left now.
Indeed, so it's a round where it was the kind of buy that they had relied on them just basically getting some cheeky frags more or less and hoping that LGB made a mistake rather than being able to kind of force hard decisions that could then turn into mistakes that they could exploit of LGB. That's what happens when you do these executes. You put the players who are on the defense in these really difficult positions where they need to understand how to play with a bad position in a lot of spots, and then sometimes they make mistakes and you can capitalize. Flip side though, they have so much individual skill to also rely upon that can serve them well, and we're going to see that in this round here with a rather delayed mid take. We've got a player or two who can go into underpass to then alleviate some pressure on the top mid players and allow them to get some good close angles. The Blade, he runs straight in. This is ridiculous, and there's a player who rushed underpass. He's coming up behind him. Polly is going to find, I believe it's Markelov there, who's by the car. This is mental. What is going on at the moment?
LGB picking up 2 frags there. A little bit of impatience coming out flip side, just rushing straight onto that B side, not checking behind them at all. Means Markelov and Blade have fallen down. Jacob, though, very, very low there. 12 HP could be an easy pick for the remaining flipside players, but that would leave them with 4 more players to take down as well, as it looks like Polly could be one of them. They hear him jumping. Bondic must have heard him jump up there. This could be a very nice molly, but it's gone too far, so it really forces flipside to push on through here. They do flash the LGB man, so he has to fall back, but Jacob is here on site, gets 1, gets 2. Polly's going to get the 3rd.
Yeah, they assumed that was the player from Apartments, I guess. So that was the fatal mistake, fatal error from Flipside, as LGB have claimed 4 rounds, and they are making Producer Reese look foolish.
They certainly are. They're being pretty strong on this CT side.
He doesn't care.
No. Stand
That's
face.
for you guys.
Yep.
Look at this monitor.
Can do what? But look at this. Smokes, flashes, coming on in. PRB is going to get 1 frag pushed through the smoke. Blade, however, did get 1 headshot. They committed a lot to this, but look at this. Is, almost cheeky as a Nando's here from Simple. I'm so sorry.
No comment. Simple looking to make something happen with Steak. And he is, again, very, very is Simple. And he will pick up a frag and a rifle as well. An AK-47 also. We might be able to get the bomb down. He doesn't have any armor this time around. However, this clutch is actually possible if LGB make mistakes and Simple plays out of his mind. He needs a quick 1-tap. That's all he needs to get the 1-on-2, which then becomes maybe somewhat doable. But that tag is really going to set Simple back now. The spray comes in, and that's an easy wall bang. It was maybe like, I don't know, 2% of the time, something incredibly low that Simple actually makes that 1-on-3 work, but it can happen.
So, I mean, they were on an eco, so all they were aiming for was that bomb plant, and that's exactly what they got.
Yeah, absolutely. They've lost 5 in a row now, though, so we're seeing the 3400 from the max round loss bonus, which caps out at 5, and then the 800 there for the plants, so 4200 in total, and we can see how that has affected their money here. So 7k average around all these players. Pretty, yeah, that's a lot of money, and what is buying up an AWP, so you would actually expect Simple to do the same.
Yeah, I was going to question this before they started buying. Would we see a double AWP setup here? And it looks like we are indeed going to, giving World Edit that freedom. Let Simple make the flashy plays, and World Edit just come in with the consistency, the safeness, as Simple has the perfect spawn for that mid pick. Yeah,
sometimes I wonder if there's like a bit of competition between Simple and World Edit. It's like you know, who deserves a dedicated AWPer spot? It's like, well, I am the best AWPer. No, I am the best AWPer. And, well, I don't know if it actually goes down like that. But I know that...
and then Bondic just comes in and amazes everyone.
Yeah, Bondic is pretty solid. He's a pretty solid support player. And he's very good defensively as well, actually. Alright, so we're going to have to see if after this pause goes... Okay, we've got about 45 seconds to go. Let's check out Polly's spawn real quick. Where is Polly? number 2. There we go. So Polly actually has a... If Polly wanted, what he could do is they could actually boost him into the apps so that he'd go to the left side undetected, and then do the right, peek from the right side, peek into the right and get a pick, or just try to get a really fast spawn for the B apps. This is a really good mix up for your Oppa. Of course, he can go and have the best mid spawn as well, and even actually go for the... If they want to go for like a mid pressure, he can drop out the window straight away, and he can actually AWP from below there. A very unexpected spot, a risky spot, but if you have the support from Connector, and maybe a guy from short can help out as well, then that can actually be a really nice aggression. There's a team that can do stuff like this very, very well. It's like Fnatic. Very, very strong at their mid aggressions, their mid presence. They don't necessarily take it all the way to top mid, but they'll like sit in mid, they'll use smokes to kind of like help cover them, and 3 players will cover the aggression there.
Yep, so where is Polly going to go? He could, of course, another option is just go towards mid window and sit the other side, but it looks like he could get across to the left-hand side, but he's just going to hang back. On the right side, we're going to see a battle of the AWPs. What are they looking towards Connector?
The really annoying thing is he's like propped up on that like wooden kind of bench thing, and it's like so annoying when you try to duel against that guy because you'll often just leg him. Yeah. That's kind of the idea. You just leg them instead, expecting them to be a little bit lower down. But it's like very fast out of underpass here. It could be a fast Connector take.
Could be. There are smokes here, however, and Mystic's nade makes himself known as well. Markelov down to about half HP. Looks like Flipside, they've just wanted to gain control of mid from this, and then they'll see how the rest of the sites are setting up. We have Bondik towards Palace, as well as Simple on ramp. So it would suggest that we're going to see an A split here, as Markelov picks up one. Markelov tries to get the second there. But it is going to be Bondik who drops Rubino. So the bomb plant should come in, but Jakium is there to stop that one, and he's just going to fall back towards Connector. And Simple gets taken down too. So we're now 2 versus 3. Make that 1 versus 3 as it's just World Edit left with this AWP. Should have really got that frag onto Polly.
We won't mess it up a second time. These two keep the pace high right now because there's 25 seconds left. He's going to go through the flames as he gets burned. He's to get the second frag. There it is. Just one more player left alive. PRB from below. World Edit can't find him in time. And the spray comes in, and it will be the round for LGB as they go up 6-3. And they look pretty solid. Look at the money. Jeez, look at that. That is insane how much money they have right now. That is a very, very ridiculous amount of cash. I cannot really emphasize that enough. What that tells us is that Flipside have just... I mean, okay, they've won 6 in a row, but still, Flipside have not been doing any damage.
Yeah, I think that last round was the only one that was anywhere near close, with LGB only having 1 player left, but even so, everyone else on such good cash right now that really allows LGB to get everything that they need and everything that they want.
We can actually check in a moment with the scoreboards, and we have some downtime in the rounds about how many players have survived. Maybe in the buy the next round, but got another take of Connector. There's Markelov this time not getting tagged out 52 from a single HE grenade, which must have been quite frustrating. And the play, the stand. This is like the very standard play into a the 3-pronged attack. With that execute. Doesn't get more standard than this on Mirage.
One of those smokes actually messed up a little bit. It hit the wall, which meant that it didn't go onto stairs. It went into sandwich instead, but Rubino will fall down. There's going to be another player going down as well. That was Mystic. Blade should get the bomb plant here, and this is what Flipside need. The question, can they defend it 4 versus 2? You'd like to think the answer is yes, especially with Polly having to come from Connector, Jakium being heard in towards CT. It's just Jakium left. He goes down. That's Flipside getting their 4th round, securing it. 5 would be brilliant for them here.
Yeah, that was much better. I mean, that's what they wanted to go for, the same kind of round, the round previous to that one. And it was just that the Connector was held down too strongly, and this time Connector went pretty easily for Markelov, and that opened up the entire execute after Simple hit his AWP duel shot. That was it, and it's like they are going to go for something similar here. Is it Markelov again? Yes, it is. It's Markelov again going through to... actually, he's not very fast on the pass. He's just holding the apps right now a little bit. Now he's going on the pass. And we could see the same play, but delayed. But now we've got the top mid push, and Markelov's going to pick off the player on underpass. That's going to force the short player back a little bit. And there's a player top mid as well. Markelov is going to go down. Is there a response? There is not. from Flipside. Instead, they're going to force the issue now as they realize that 2 players are down, the A-bomb side is vulnerable, and there's still options for the lurk from that player on top mid.
Yeah, Rubino has been very easy for the Flipside guys to pick towards CT. Jacob sees mid go flying past him, stops the bomb plant as well. Just gives the rest of his team even more time to get on towards this A bomb site. They throw the nade in, that doesn't connect, nor does the incendiary grenade, but those final shots will from PRB. Just well dead it left now, picks up one, not able to get the second, but again, Flipside, they got the bomb down, so it will help with their round reset, but even so, I'm going to assume it'll be an eco out of those guys.
That just completely crumbled, that fell apart there for Flipside. They had such a good situation with 3 players there, but they just, like, it's just the covering situation wasn't spot on. It's very common that the player that there will be, if there's a player CT spawn, that he's going to jump up into the box, and just not having anybody watching the toll booth, the ticket booth, or the crate there is really bad, considering how much smoke they had down as well. They didn't have to worry about jungle or stairs so much, so got to get the bomb down first and free up that player. It's immediately important, but we're going to see the push coming in with very limited amounts of effectiveness, as one by one Flipside are basically just dying, walking into the A-bomb site, more or less.
Yeah, even with these rifles on their back, they're still just not really using them effectively here. LGB putting up a really nice defense here. Mystic again, Knocklov just getting caught out, same for World Edit, just showing way too much skin here, and it's easy pickings for the LGB guys as Blade, last man standing with the bomb in his hand, is going to get completely flushed there. No, we're pushing. There it is, 8-4 now.
Yeah, not looking too bad at all for LGB. They found a nice comfort zone, and it's going to be hard to break their money, and the Scar's going to come out from Mystic here. The auto sniper. We saw absolute ridiculousness with the auto sniper last night on Glorians for the North American stream. Of course, you guys went away for that, but if you want to check the VODs, you should check out Glorians on I think it's Team Ace. I'm going to mix it up there, which team he was on. But either way, you're going to have a few players spotted on top mid here from Mystic over by Connector, and so they will be able to defend against this one. Now they got the call, they had 3 players set up, mid, short, and Connector. There's not much really that Flipside can pull off here. Bondik will get one of his PT50 kills, but he is spotted.
Yep, Jacob is going to get another frag here. Mystic just going to come round. They know exactly where Bondik is, and that is a very easy pick for them. Last man standing is, of course, Simple. He has this deagle, can, of course, do damage. We've seen him do it in the past, but right now, everyone knows where he is. Trying to get that 1D, gets the tags, but it just isn't enough. 9-4 now to LGB, and they're so close to hitting that magic number that is 10 rounds, that they're going to be set, and we know they're a T-sided team.
The good thing is, I don't think we've seen a single A execute from Flipside, like a proper A
Solid.
execute with everyone just like coming from the Slope and Palace with the wall of smokes on A, which is something that they're quite good at. We've seen the other more standard setup, but not the typical wall of smokes stuff. That's not really appeared against LGB, and it's interesting to see the lack of that. Either way, we're going to have mid play coming in from Flipside once again. They've got 2 top mid, one ready to go underpass so that they can take over CPL, Connector, and short once again. Very important to do so. They've got a man in Bondik very defensive towards T-spawn, looking at Slope and Palace. So Flipside going to evaluate their options from here. They can actually go towards B or A, but the bomb is towards B at the moment, so perhaps that will be where they want to finish him. Simple's managed to find himself into the ladder room, and he's made himself known there as well.
Yeah, by breaking that grate, they know exactly where he is, but with this Tech 9, he did some damage, he just spotted the player out as well, he starts spamming. He is able to get that frag as Blade gets the headshot as well onto Mystic, which means LGB, 2 men down. They're still going to go towards this B bomb site here. 3 players rushing straight on in. Holly's AWP will find 1 frag. They are going to make him completely right, however, as finally falls, as does Jacob, leaving Rubino last man standing with this auto sniper. 1 versus 4. Flipside get the bomb down. They're guaranteed to have some money for this last round, whether they win it or not.
There you go. Final moments of the auto sniper of Rubino. I don't think they're going to be interested in picking that one up. And it's going to be 9-5. So Flipside might have a look in at a potential 9-6 first half. But if anything, the interesting thing, by the way, is that they have not, I don't think, forced LGB to a single eco. So this is only 2 buy rounds won by them, basically. That's what this means, which is pretty significant. As far as LGB's defense is concerned. Oh, that is fantastic. The extra bit of height and the flick onto the pixel, but Simple will get picked up. But the trade is there on World Edit. Very, very, very important trade from World Edit. That means that the advantage will be retained by Flipside, and now they can work into a push onto a bomb site. We already see that they're moving together to move 2 towards T-slope. They have one who can lurk in underpass towards mid, and of course, Bondik here in Palace. So that is going to be the play right now for Flipside. Now, whether or not Rubino can pick up the frags, that's going to be the round-changing moment for LGB.
Yeah, and the fact that it's allowed World Edit to pick up this AWP as well means that Flipside haven't really lost any power from these long-range dual potentials that they had. Rubino on this A site, he's been picked off very easily quite a few times in a row now, and it's going to happen again here. Bondik did get pop flashed in by his teammate. Rubino couldn't see a thing, but now Polly is going to tag up. I believe that was Blade.
That is such a big deal right there, because he actually had the timing that would have stopped the bomb from going down. Ouch. JK will pick up Markelov over by middle, but still it's a laboured retake here with a man disadvantage. Now 2-man disadvantage coming in onto the bomb site. Bondik there has a good vantage point onto the stairs. And he's going to find himself around towards JK's position. There's a flick, there's a kill, and there's a 9-6 half from LGB and Flipside. Now, this is an interesting rounds situation because this looks pretty relatively normal, actually. 9-6 to the 8-7 region is pretty standard. Slight CT advantage. Sometimes we're seeing teams get more rounds on T side, actually, than the CTs get, but yeah, generally a pretty even map these days.
Yeah, the question is now, though, how strong is LGB's T-side going to be? We know they're a T-sided team, or at least they're stronger on the T-side than their CT, and only needing 6 to get a tie, 7 get a win, can really put them in a great position here, and it all starts with this first round, the pistol round. If they grab this, they're in extremely good standing to take this second map.
Yeah, and it's more of a retake kind of positioning, no one close. They have lots of mid control to work out what's going on early in the round. They can shut down any plays through the underpass, which I think is actually what's happening there. They just spot a couple players lurking there, so they're going to actually understand already that most of the players are towards B, and that's very important here. But will the play come in, or is it going to be a distraction? Indeed, the distraction. This is why they have 2 players in connected, because this is in the meta game right now. This fake into the B bomb site, and here it is. They're looking for the players. Mystic picks up one, but it gets smoked. So we can see that Flipside are at a 2-man disadvantage, but they've predicted the play correctly.
Yep, it's Jacob, and ran his way and jumped into window here. Is going to spot off Markelov, gets that pick, and it's now just 2 versus 5. Such a good execution now from LGB. It's now about holding on to this bomb plant. They hear the player coming from behind. Bondik with the 1-tap onto the head means we're suddenly 2 versus 2, and Flipside can, of course, retake this. They have a defuse kit on Blade as well.
And they have nades to use. Smoke goes down. Great shot there by Blade, and it's going to be just 1 man left. Oh,
wow.
Bondik goes in. He goes in hard, and it's going to be 3 kills for him, 2 for Blade. The defuse comes in, and that was an absolutely phenomenal retake. But also, not just that, the CT pistol round setup that they had was super smart. And I saw this setup multiple times yesterday from Na'Vi and Flipside. Both teams went with the same setup, so this is well and truly in the metagame right now. That fake into B and the quick push through connector. So lovely stuff.
Yep, lovely stuff indeed. As now Flipside, they have the advantage in the weapons. They have 1 MP7, 2 M4s, a FAMAS, and Simple there waiting to get his hands on that big green gun in the form of the AWP. Polly going to be slow walking up here. Gets the headshot.
What?
Simple there. That's an interesting pick.
Long range drop headshot.
Standard.
On a jumping player, very nice. Not every day you see that. But they've located the majority of these players, I think, so they should be able to contain this. That's what it's really about here. Contain them on the choke points. Don't allow them to spill out of those choke points. Here comes the first attempt. Markov gets flashed. Very, very difficult situation for him, going down to 3 HP, but he will survive. But he needs to get the hell out of there. But he's kind of trapped, actually. He can't go out shorts. He can't go out into window. But World Edit's here to alleviate the situation and pick up $1,200 there after those 2 kills with the MP7.
Yeah, there's now LGB, because they got that bomb plant, are able to buy up this time round to stop Flipside tying things up. They have got this AK set up with Rubino only on a Tech 9 plus nade, so he is severely lacking in the firepower, but we're seeing Simple with this AWP. He only bought armor last round. This time he doesn't have head armor. Of course, he doesn't need it up against these AKs, but he does have that AWP. Mondig playing up close and personal to try and stop this A rush, but it looks like LGB put a lot of people towards the top of mid right now, and that's what they're going to focus on claiming.
And we got good connector hold here from a Flipside at the moment. Now, ooh, that nade putting Mystic down to 53 is significant. Markov can get around the smoke, finishing Mystic off, abusing the smoke. In fact, Rubino might just have spotted a perm connector there, but Flipside still with a very strong presence. They want to get control of it, make sure that LGB, if they do take it, they incur massive damage, and the bomb is making its way down through apartments. Biav's worded it has to put the stop on it. It's the play that could really save the round here for LGB, and in fact they are sprinting up short. Markov's in trouble right now, but in they go straight into his crosshairs, picks up the kill. PRB gets the trade though, and we can still get the bomb down onto this bomb site if Poly and PRB are staying solid here, team play wise.
Yeah, as Poly is going to be the first one to move his way onto the site. Simple scoped in with the AWP, just holding the angle right now. That incendiary grenade is going to go out as well. Restricts the LGB movement as the bomb does fall. Now just PRB left near 20 HP, I believe it was, but nothing anymore. Flipside tying things up 9 rounds each, and this puts LGB on to an eco.
It's really important actually that Flipside are taking this approach where they have such a heavy control of middle early on in some of these more standard stages of the buy rounds, where LGB are trying their default rounds. I think something they could think about in their next to deal with in their next buy rounds is against the next buy round of LGB in the following rounds to this one, is actually playing maybe like a couple guys close on the slope area on the A bomb site, because it's quite likely, we know that LGB love executes. It has to be coming soon.
Yeah,
and it's very likely that it will be in the next few rounds. So Mystic has found himself an AWP though. Simple, his aggressive plays sometimes blowing up in his face and costing his team quite something. This could be dangerous actually.
Yeah, Mystic down to 23 HP as well. He did take a hit, but with this AWP, that's what I expected he was going to do. Drop it off to a teammate there, and that has gone over to PRB. Of course, Poly is the main AWPer for this lineup. PRB will take anything he gets given right now. As it looks like this is going to be a round that we saw from Flipside in the previous half, where they put a lot of resources towards A, and they just walk the bomb in towards B and get the plant.
The whole thing with the AWP here is one of those spots where do you need to try to abuse the advantage of the AWP against pistols close range? Do you need to take those risks? You already have so many advantages. It's one of those things that can really cause issues. You need a more defensive playing around like this. You're going to go for that push in, and the bomb is moving its way towards A, but they need to be checking on the comms and say, guys, no bomb, no bomb. And they have kept someone towards Kitchen, so they should be able to stop the plant from going down. Indeed, good communication there from Flipside, clean on the comms, I'm sure. And Worded it will pick up the bomber, so no plant for them.
Yep, but nonetheless, LGB are going to be able to get a buy round out here. That bomb plant would have essentially given them an AWP here on this T side should they have wanted it, but they'll be fine with just having AKs and full nades on everyone instead. It looks like they're going to start things off with some rapid movement over towards B with 2 players, then 2 towards top of mid, and Rubino playing super passive over in apartments for now.
Yeah, so they're not going for any kind of execute shenanigans, as maybe I thought they might do at this point. And Flipside still with a big presence in middle. Very just consistently showing that, hey, we want to fight you. And as the CTs, that can be very dangerous if you don't do it properly. Very gambly kinds of play, where of course it can get really out of hand very quickly. But Flipside have the individual skill in the rehearsal to actually make that work out for them. And it's very strong if you can do that, if you can make it work with good team play, and that's what they're doing. So Simple's still here. They're trying to get Simple opportunities to get sneaky picks in mid. But the LGB side are coming back in towards the A slope area. They could actually go for a very late execute. Indeed, we might see that. This is actually a really smart way to do it, because if there was a close setup, by this time, it would have dispersed.
Yeah, arguably though, the close setup is Bondig here. who as soon as he sees these smokes coming in, he can just rotate round, spot towards ramp here. But that incendiary grenade doesn't stop these guys pushing through. But we got a frag onto Blade. Simple comes in as well. Bondik is going to drop low up, gets that frag, meaning we just have 2 players left. One over towards B, one towards A.
Alright, so Bondik, this is the problem. Like, if Bondik just never peeks, if he keeps like a very shallow angle, and if the pop flash comes in like that, there's nothing they can do. Got to go to take him down. You got to get so exposed, so it's impossible at that point. And yeah, so they do go for the execute after all. Didn't work because Flipside have a very solid defense, great counter grenades, really good play from Simple. Simple killed 2 players before they made it up the slope, basically. So that in of itself, combined with the flashes, the pop flashing for Bondik to take the frags, is just an insurmountable advantage on Flipside's part. So now RGB, you're in their position. The A execute, after the delay, which was not telegraphed, didn't work. Mid control is hard and feels like you're taking gambles against Flipside. And Simple's going to be AWPing you. So if you want to go for that, you need to try to execute it with some smokes to make it safe. So do you do that? Or are you going to go for more of a play into B, or just keep trying to get executes? These are the kind of options that they're thinking about at the moment. They're trying to get the pick on B to see if that will work.
Yeah, but Mystic already tacked down to 54 HP, PRB down to 73 as well. Wild Edit has done significant damage just to halt this LGB push that was about to come in, just slow it down. And not only does it take more time off the clock, we see it's down to 50 seconds now, but it allows Flipside just to kind of reposition should they want to. We saw they already moved 1 player over from mid towards B, but now he's repositioned back towards mid. Now holding the jungle angle. Ramino's going to flash his way in here. But Blade should spot 1 player, gets that frag, should spot the second one as well, but now LGB, they're going to start moving in. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I think this is so well handled by Flipside right now. Everyone in position, just JKM left to try to make it happen, but he can't get it done. 12-9, and Flipside, such good calling there from Blade, I imagine, who basically said, okay guys, from what we've seen here, set like 2 guys just play close to car on B. Simple can play like defensively, and we basically are making a setup where we're pretty sure it's going to be B. Basically, we're defending more strongly against that, giving up some mid control so that we can have that good deep B defense. But here we go. We got the aggression from Simple. There it is. That's what he's great at doing. Simple with a quick flick takes down Rubino, and it looked like they wanted to go for an A execute here with the pistols, but Simple has thinned it out before it's even touched the steps of the B bomb site. Sorry, the A bomb site. Oh dear.
They're just going to keep on pushing in here. They have nothing really to lose here. They do get 1 pick onto Bondik, however, meaning it's just JKM left, who's just going to come rushing out. 4K for Simple. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, that's when he gets dangerous. When Simple has the... Because I think this is something that they're trying to instill in him now, is that you got to concern yourself with the economy. You got to think about when the gambles make sense, because this is a spot where the gambles really make sense, because you can get so far ahead by doing them, and you have the economic fortitude to actually take any hits by, you know, the gamble going incorrectly. But oh no, PRB's going to mess up the smoke for CPL. However, that's going to actually be okay, because Simple's pushing slope by himself. He actually had a pop flash there, but still, no Simple in middle means LGB aren't looking too bad up there just yet.
And they are going to get flashed, however, they then bombard the player on short. They threw an aid there, that was Markelov, and smoked him off as well. Markelov does return the nade, however, then gets taken down by Rubino. Simple though, he's going to come in with the frag on to Polly.
So this is the first time we've seen a big mid play from LGB, and they were expecting Simple to be there. They were trying to pre-smoke it ahead of time. Of course, they messed it up and were lucky enough to be like, okay, well actually Simple isn't there. But this is another way to like really try and test the CTs and be like, okay, if we send a lot of investment into mid, what is going to happen here? And it seems like they've gotten themselves into connector at the moment. The bomb is nearby as well. Great pick out of connector from JKM. Looking for the second. That's what he's going to be delivered. As now he gets the Molotov onto Simple. It's going to force him back, but he gets the shot onto PRB as he falls away. Great fadeaway shot there. And now it is a 2-on-2. But in favor of LGB here, actually.
Yeah, they have 1 player isolated as well. I believe that's Wild Edit on short, who's just toying with them here. It's down to Simple to pick up 1 of the first frags here, but he's not going to be able to do so. So it's all on Wild Edit's shoulders here, 1 versus 2. Where Rubino is already tagged down. If they get Mystic here, this is certainly doable for Wild Edit, but he can't peek anything. He spots one player, gets that one. He's going to turn around the corner. He has an idea where Mystic is.
Oh, so close.
49 HP.
That was so close. And the actual danger here for LGB is that another buy is coming in for Flipside. LGB have to spend everything right now to actually have weapons because they lost everyone but one player. If they get reset in this position, they are going to have to... They're likely going to be in a position where they're going to be like Tech 9 armor nades to try to save themselves, because Flipside otherwise will get themselves into 15 rounds pretty easily, I think, if they win this one.
Yeah, this is again the aggression that could potentially pay off. He gets one. I'm not sure if he spotted the second player there, but he's going to peek towards top mid, gets that one. He wants to peek underpass again. But there was also another player at top mid. Marklov dealt with that one, and that was solid stuff from Simple.
This is why he's so dangerous, why this is such a good map for him. You can see him going absolutely massive. Of course, this kind of play does have its own risks, and you got to have your teammates supporting you with it. But this is a great map to have an AWPer be a diva. As long as he communicates and talks to his team, it's very strong. But of course, you know, Simple's doing it from a position where they can sustain loss, where a big gamble can basically win them the round. Look at the economic situation in LGB now. They need a bomb plant. They absolutely need a bomb plant. They're going to get 1900 from losing this round, and they're already like, what, around 2k or something.
Yeah, they're on about 1.5k average.
So they need a bomb plant. If they want a good buy in the next round, they need a bomb plant.
Yep, that looks highly unlikely now that Mystic's gone down as well, with PRB the only man with some firepower. Blade's going to find one frag, he gets another one now. It's just PRB and Rubino left. You'd like to think PRB would save this, but he's not going to. As it's now match point for Flipside. If they win this next round, they're in the FACEIT EU League.
Absolutely. It's looking quite strong right now for Flipside to qualify. And they narrowly missed out qualification last time. Can they make it happen here? It's just one more round, and they've been looking very strong, very good momentum. Simple has been going absolutely nuts to make that happen. What are we going to see here? Just walking up slope, looking for the Angels, but it's going to be the fire that is going to burn them all. Blade with a triple, going to be excellent to open things up for Flipside. Now it's just 2 players left. PRB, last man standing, gets a quick double there on the entry, and now, oh, wow. PRB with the triple. This is massive now, just one more player to find. What is it? He has no idea where he is. And he has so much time to play with. If PRB is smart, he can make this into a round victory and allow LGB to hold on just for one more round at least. Oh, PRB! What an amazing clutch! This man stepped up huge when his team needed it most, but still, a huge result is needed 4 rounds in a row.
They don't have a lot to work with here either, LGB, I don't think. They're juggling guns around. They got the round win, but no bomb plant. Means we're seeing 2 Tech 9s.
Indeed, but Tech 9s are pretty dangerous to lead a push with. In fact, they're better than AKs to push with a lot of the time if you're leading with them. So perhaps they can find a way to make those efficient in the opening stages. But it's already Simple shenanigans once again. Quick pick here. Do they dare challenge? They do.
Very easy pick for Simple here. Polly now, it's his turn. Let's see what he can do. Simple though has gone down by Jacob, so it does give LGB a little bit more freedom across this map. They can move around just a little bit more. As Rubino just going to pop flash his way in through, and he's able to get that pick, and he finds himself a gun as well, but no, Blade is there to get the trade. Polly turns things into a 2 versus 2 with no PRB. Are they going to be able to clutch this? Polly does have the bomb on his back. Is focused on jungle, flashes his way across, should be able to get a plant here.
Warded it in a very good position potentially here to try to help this retake, because one of the good positions for Polly is actually T-slope right now, and that's exactly where Warded is coming from, so he could blow this play up here for LGB. Oh, one player spotted, Marklov going to find himself potentially in an engagement, and indeed, Warded it will deal with Polly, leaving it all onto JChem to try to clutch this. Open plant, so JChem can do this. Looking for that engagement, long range, in comes the teammate to help it, and it will be done. Warded it will make the frag onto JChem. The defuse will come in here, despite not having a kit, and Flipside will qualify. So congratulations to Flipside. LGB were the team that got relegated, but this time they cannot re-enter the league, unfortunately for them. But Flipside, it's it's they have a long way to go, a lot of skill,
Yeah.
a lot of potential on that team.